very good night to everyone. I know the start is delayed, so I'll be very short. I just want to congratulate the organizers of the competition, the Vijay Cricket Club, a very well-known item in this area, and of course the president, Mr. Gangadhi, doing a wonderful job. I want to congratulate him, and Dr. Chandra Bodo, who has been very instrumental in organizing this competition. I also want to recognize in our midst a former national cricketer, Mr. Mahadev Bodo, who played for Trinidad and Tobago in the 80s going into the 90s. And I also noticed in our presence former coach of Power Gen, Mr. Baldat Bodo. So of course the Bodo name is associated with cricket, but we won't talk about that. The focus tonight is on the two teams. I want to congratulate both teams who are already winners by reaching the final, and I want to take the opportunity to wish both teams all the best. Of course, we know there can only be one winner. That's right,
Yeah, one winner.
regardless of that, one team will win tonight. So I want to say special welcome to Teruba Sports, to the constituency of Faizabad and the village of St. John, and to wish you all the best as the visitors. And of course, we have a local team here, KNA Rebels, is it, right? And of course, to wish them all the best as well.
Okay, with me is Miguel Bernard from K and A Rebels. Miguel, tell me a bit about your taking part in this competition, and now that you will have reached the finals, what can we expect?
Well, it's the first time for KNA Rebels joining this competition in Avocat. It's a new team, it's a young side, we have a lot of young experienced players, and you can look forward to good exciting cricket, good hard cricket. The guys love the game, and they love to fight the game till the very end.
How long have the team have been together?
This team has only been together for about 3 months. Okay. We recently got a sponsorship from KNA Rebels, and we have been doing pretty well. We played one competition so far, and this is our second competition, and also our second final.
Okay, so the first finals, how were you fared?
Well, we was on the losing end in the other final, but we were well respected in the other competition. We overcome some tough teams, and we are looking quite a troubling side to come for other sides in the future.
Well, Miguel, let me wish you all the best, and hope you all come out on top.
Thanks very much, and we'll do our very best.
Thank you. Okay, with me here is Elan Mahabir. Elan, welcome to ACTN, and it's a pleasure. You're into the finals here in the WBI VPL T20 League. Let's talk a bit about your upcoming games that preceded coming into the finals. How was the tournament for you?
The tournament was well structured, and the competition was very stiff this year. But unfortunately, 2 of our games were rained out, so we only played 3 games.
Okay. Now, you are from Taruba, right? Tell me about the team, how long it has been together, and what has kept you all going in the sport of cricket?
Well, our team has been together really from last year. And we won the Southern Sports competition. And this year we did pretty well, but we couldn't go over the final. We reached semi-finals and competitions and lost. So we're trying here to try and win this competition.
So what can we expect from you all in the finals tonight?
Well, we will try to give our best effort and leave it all out there on the field.
Elon, thank you very much, and congratulations, and all the best.
Thanks.
Joining me here is a former Trinidad and Tobago cricketer and a resident of this community, Mahadev Bodo. Good night to you and welcome to ACTN. I know you have been retired and after serving Trinidad and Tobago in the sport of cricket. What are you up to these days?
Well, these days I'm actually involved in cricket, still involved in cricket. I'm the manager of FC Clark Road United, a club that I played over 15 years with at the Premiership level. Yeah.
Now, you are here to witness a community cricket. During your career or before you made it to the Trinidad and Tobago team, were you ever involved in community cricket? And if so, what part did community cricket play in your career?
Actually, yes, I was involved in community cricket when I was a youngster, 15, 16 years at that age. But actually, it's to be on like from 4 in the evening to 6. We didn't have lights in grounds and stuff like that. But it did help me a long way, you know, playing in different communities, and it helped me to mold me into a better cricketer.
Okay. If you have to give advice to these guys here who are playing in community cricket, what will that advice be?
I actually witnessed quite a few games over the tournament, and there are quite a good number of talented young cricketers here, and I would advise them to take the game seriously and try to move on to, you know, better things, a bigger club, you know, the few guys who have the potential to move further in cricket, right? Because some of them like to stick around with the minor league, and, you know, all well and good to play the minor league, but if you have the potential to move further, you have to go to a bigger club.
Okay. Looking back at your career playing sport, cricket at the highest level, what would you say your greatest accomplishment was, and what, you know, brings that sort of joy to you when you sit down now and reflect on your career?
First of all, when I captained Trinidad and Tobago on the 19 team, that team was Brian Lara played under me, Ian Bishop, Dan Raj, Raghunath, and those guys, and we won that tournament. That was a big accomplishment for me at 19 years of age. And then I moved on to play for the West Indies on the 19 team, and then the Trinidad senior team, which we won the regional title in 1985, and we came a couple seconds after that. But those were the highlights of my career. And then playing club cricket for Clarkwood, we won a number of titles as well.
Any regrets?
The only regret, I didn't went on to play for West Indies. That's the only regret.
Well, it brings me to this question now. What's your thought on West Indies cricket presently?
I think there are quite a number of talented cricketers in the region as well, but something is still, you know, not right with the administration. We're still not getting it right. We're not picking the right team. There's still a lot of issues with the coaching and stuff like that. So it's hindering our cricket, and I think once we could get those things sorted out, we have quite a number of talented cricketers that we could be competitive with other teams in the world. I wouldn't say we would win or stuff like that, but at least be competitive.
But there you heard it from former Trinidad and Tobago cricketer Mahade Bido, telling us a bit about his thoughts on West Indies cricket, his career, and his take on community cricket. Again, we are here at Faizabad for the finals of the WBI VPL T20 Finals. Thank you very much. With me here is the MP for Faizabad, Dr. Lakram Bodo. Welcome again. And what I can say is that I always come to the committee of Faizabad, and you're always there present. Now, tell me about your presence here tonight.
Yeah. Well, I'm here in support. of the Vijay Premier League competition. This is a competition which started some 2 months ago, involving 12 teams, and over the course of 34 games, we are now here at the night for the final. So this is what I'm here for, to support the final of this T20 competition.
Tell me about sport in the community of Faizabad.
Yeah, well, sport in the community of Faizabad is experiencing some sort of revival. I want to take the opportunity to congratulate those sponsors of this and other competitions in the constituency, in particular WBI Construction, Mr. Fred Baldwin, who was a major sponsor in this competition, together with City Sports, some sort of sponsorship, and other sponsors, of course. And we recently had another competition concluded in the MYO area, where that competition was sponsored by Ralu Tent Rentals. I think it's very important that the corporate community continues to provide this kind of sponsorship in support of sports. As you're aware, with the crime situation taking place in the country at this point in time, sports is an important avenue for the young people to be able to redirect their energies and so on. So I think this is a very, very important competition, and this is why I choose to ensure that I'm very present at these sporting events.
I also want to take this opportunity to shout out to Councillor Boring, because I know he's a guy who is always so active in something in the community, and I really want to give kudos to both of you all, because we talk so much about doing things in communities to solve crime and to do different things, but a lot of us just talk, but things like these is what we need, because the majority of the young people here tonight could have been anywhere else, but they choose to be here because of the involvement in cricket. I have to agree with you entirely. I want to commend Councillor Boren. I also want to commend the councillor for this area, Councillor Meru, and indeed the other councillors of the Sipara Regional Corporation, who continue to provide this support, not only in terms of of the social and psychological support, but also in terms of ensuring that the facilities are well kept and in preparation and readiness for these competitions. Any closing comments you would like to share with the community? Yeah, well, I just want to congratulate all the teams who participated in the competition. Despite the inclement weather we've had full participation. As I said, some 34 games were able to be completed, and I want to wish both teams in the final tonight all the very best. More particularly, I want to commend the community who have taken the time and made the effort to come out here and to provide support for this competition. As you know, without spectators, yes, sport is sport is. They can have all the sponsors and everything, of course, without the supporters. Yeah. So I want to commend and thank the spectators and to encourage them to continue to support these kind of events. Well, MB, I want to take this opportunity to again thank you and congratulate you on the fine job that you all are doing with sports and community. I am looking forward to seeing much more of events like these in the community of Faisabad. Thank you very much, and I want to thank you and your team tonight for coming here and making the effort to come out here and and to carry this event. I think it goes a long way. We really appreciate that. Thank you very much. You're welcome. Okay. Okay, I'm here, Mr. Ramjatan Gangadine, the president of the Vijay Sports and the organizer of this cricket finals here. Now, we see Taruba Sports in the background. They'll be chasing 121 for victory. But in the meantime, I want to talk to Mr. Gangadine here a bit. And already, well, you hear our wicket has fallen, so the action is getting going. But Mr. Gangadine, tell me a bit about this cricket league. How long you have been running it, and what are some of the challenges you face?
Okay, well, this specific league, we started on the 18th of May this year, and today is the 21st of July. So approximately 2 months, this competition running, and we have 12 teams. But prior to this, in 2011, 2012, and 2013, we had the competition running. And because of circumstances, I don't want to talk about that now. We had a break in the competition, and we start back this year, and I want to thank WBI Construction Services Limited for coming on board and having this competition running at present, and it attracting a lot of community teams, it attracting a lot of spectators, and everybody have somewhere to go when the night comes.
Now, I know that in everything, especially with the situation in the country right now, with finances and the economy and everything. What are some of your challenges you face, and are we going to be seeing you back here in 2018? And if so, talk to the people out there. What sort of help you need?
Well, the challenge we have really is sponsorship, and this is why I want to thank WBI Construction for coming on board and his willingness to be on board in 2018, and the competition going to start earlier. It might start the first week in March next year. And the challenge is really sponsorship. That is our challenge right now. Because maybe we could run the competition, but we might be able to put out the kind of prize money that, But to attract teams to come, you must have a sponsor.
Yeah. Now, in spite of all I hear that you're speaking about, I overheard you saying that you're going to be having a T12 Women's League.
Women, yeah.
Now, and another wicket has fallen, so like Taruba is in some trouble right now. But tell us a bit about the Women's League.
Yeah, well, we need to take at least 12 teams for the women competition. It could be at T12, we wouldn't make it at T20. So on a nightly basis, we will try to have 2 games, right? So we right now we already have somebody who wants to sponsor the first prize, and the first prize may be about a 3,000, by a 2,000, by a 1,000, by a 500. So right, first, second, and third, and fourth. Right?
Now that the final is here and the completion of the league is coming to a close, who are some of the people you would like to say a big thank you to?
Well, I must say the biggest thank you must go to WBI Construction Services Limited. In this hard economic times, he came on board, Mr. Wilfred Baldwin, and sponsored this entire competition. We have people who came after, like the St. John's Street Village Council. We have City Sports, Mr. Bilbral. I want to thank him very much for his participation in the competition. I want to thank Mr. Gosain Construction for coming on board and helping us with trophies and whatnot. And we have Bodo Likomat, which is just not too far from the ground. Bodo's Likomat, he always helps us whenever we ask for. And he's helping us right now to get trophies and whatnot.
Mr. Gangadi, it was a pleasure talking to you. Let me wish you all the best, and I'm sure I'll be here to cover part of the Women's League, and I will continue to support you because what you're doing in the community is a fine job.
Yeah, I want to thank ACT for coming here. I appreciate that. I tell you wholeheartedly. I must send a letter to your management that I appreciate this very, very much for highlighting the competition and highlighting what we are doing in the community.
Thanks again and all the best.
Yeah. Thank you. I don't want to leave out our MP, Dr. Lakram Bodo, for assisting us also. He came on board with us, and we see the fruits of his labor.
Thank you again and all the best.
Right. Thank you.
Joining me here is Mr. Wilfred Baldwin. Now, Mr. Baldwin is an active sponsor man. And when I say a sponsor man, because I met him at Masahu Junction last year when they had the cricket finals, and he was instrumental in sponsoring. Now he has brought his sponsorship over to a next community in Faizabad. Welcome, it's a pleasure. Tell me, what is your plan for community sports as a businessman in Faizabad?
Well, as a businessman in the Avukat Faizabad area, I always look, I'm a sportsman, and I always look at bringing community together, which when you bring community together, it's people they're bringing.
Yeah.
And I always wanted to have something like this active in the area, because look at the crowd that have here, which is people.
Yeah.
And when you bring people together, you bring families together.
Yeah.
Right? And it's not a matter about, right now the country had been strapped for a bit of cash, the whole country. And to come out with to sponsor a team or whatsoever, it'll be hard. But I take the effort to go forward and try to, whatever small it is, it might be as big as before, but we try to bring it as small before, as much as possible to entertain this whole crowd here now, right? And the teams and them that we get is that we always had an affiliation with them, right? And they bring their supporters into the community, and this is where it end up to be. And I will continue to do something like this to bring community together, because community together is bringing people together.
And then you're having a safer community too.
Exactly. And we also going to have it's not the men only about the men, it's about the women too, because after this competition finished, we got to go forward with the women competition.
No, I want you to tell me a bit about the women's competition.
Well, the women competition will always be excited. Honestly, I can tell you something like, listen, it'll be more exciting than the men competition. But the prizes might be as big as the men, right? Because men, they feel macho, right? But we're going to try to make it that competitive as much, because the whole thing about it, people have been suffering for this kind of entertainment, right? And we hadn't been. Well, communities hadn't been providing this kind of thing before, right? And I take the initiative to provide this kind of thing. And I'm going to continue. I want to thank Vijay Sports Club for allowing me to sponsor this competition. And they tell me, listen, you could continue to sponsor because of your commitment. And I'm going to continue this as long as I could.
Would you like to talk or send a message to your fellow business people to encourage them to come out and lend that support?
Well, actually, when I take an effort into something, my fellow business people does take an effort. But I just decide to handle it all by myself. In the women cricket, I would decide to include some of them, right? Because it'll be going under the same heading, WBI construction, right? And I'm going to continue that. I'm going to continue carrying it forward that way, and with the women competition.
Mr. Baldwin, it was a pleasure. Let me say again, congratulations. I mean, very few people will do what you are doing. And I think what you're doing will benefit the community in the long run. It will be a safer place, and you will get support.
Well, the whole thing about it, we try to bring community together, and cricket is love, because if you go in terms of India, Pakistan, all them things, cricket is like the god, right? And we try to develop the same thing, because we have our mixed community, right? And it doesn't matter if we have one race and the other race. We try to bring different races together, but everybody play cricket in Trinidad and Tobago, right? So I want to thank you and your people for allowing us or giving us the opportunity to come and express our feelings here tonight. Thank you very much.
Thanks again, and all the best.
Thank you.
At a crucial situation, 3 wickets down, no runs on the board. What were your thoughts at that point in time?
I really am. It's my game. My game is to stick around. And you guys know that, and I guess they have trusted me to pull the game through. Thankfully, it worked out in our favor. Myself and Theo was on a good partnership. That was us close. That was about getting singles, and let's keep it on here.
You all were struggling a bit in the power play when you all fielded 48 for 1 after 6 overs. What were your thoughts at the strategic timeout?
Actually, the strategic timeout, we kind of pulled the game back a little bit. We were struggling initially, and a couple guys came in and
and pull the game back for us. And the other guys just follow suit. They realize after a while what we have to do on the wicket. We just play up and down, we just have to backfish the ball and the ball will do for us.
This is Mr. Rodney Ramjit collecting on behalf of Lanka Boys. We like to call on the most promising young player of the tournament, player from A-Link, Romeo Ramkisoon, to collect his award for the most promising young player, a trophy and cash for $200. We'll ask our representative to collect it.
Yeah, you win everything you know.
Tell us what you think about when you're running the ball, because I've heard that you would swing the ball and so on, and again I saw you took 2 early wickets tonight. Did you enjoy playing in the VPL tournament this year?
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Alright, congratulations again from KNA Rebels. This trophy will be given out by former national cricketer Mario Buru. Trophy and cash award with $4,000. Mr. Baldwin will be given out a cash prize of $7,000 and trophy. Tell us how you went about controlling the score.
After the 6th over, from 6 overs to 48 runs, it went to 12 overs to 68 runs, thanks to the bowling of Stefan Rojan and Reggie Johnson. I thought that was a very crucial play in the game, and we pulled back the game there, and we didn't give away plenty boundary balls.
I have noticed in the semi-final and also in this game that I think you all had a specific plan with the bowling in terms you all went pitching up, you always using a lot of back to leg bowling. Was that the plan?
Yes, the rebound wouldn't keep preaching to the other bowlers to bowl back over line.
Well said, Elon, and congratulations on winning the 4th